Welcome to Maverick Fish Hunter, your home for everything PWC fishing, touring, and camping. This episode will be in Northern Ontario hunting salmon and trout in the cold waters of Lake Superior. I'll be your host in showing you the highlights and advantages of being on the water using personal watercraft. Thank you to our sponsors for making this show possible. We're here on Lake Superior. This is midday wave action. Typically the mornings and evenings are flat water. Midday gets a little rough like this. Almost predictable every day. We made it to our campsite before sundown. Sheltered cove called Whiskey Bay. Huge granite cliffs. Just beautiful, sheltered bay. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with. Rocky bottoms, clear water, just gorgeous. Cold, cold water. Lake Superior. Sandy beaches. We made it here with the cargo wave. All our camping gear. It's the snow sleigh of the water. We're anchored out on shore and in the water. We're going to be using a 2007 Yamaha FXHO for this trip. Well, day 2, let's get rolling. We're heading out of Whiskey Bay into Agawa area. Right here we're fishing a huge drop off. Basically this goes down for 50 feet underwater, straight down. Beautiful vertical cliff. Here's some of our gear, some of the Maverick bags. That there was the touring bag. Coastline of Lake Superior is absolutely beautiful. The group of 7 artists, very famous Canadian artists, worked out of this area. The easiest way to get here is out of Toronto, flying into Sault Ste. Marie and north from Sault Ste. Marie, anywhere on the north shore of Lake Superior. There are numerous boat ramps and parks. These rock formations should hold good trout. Let's get underwater. We're using a Water Wolf HD underwater camera. High definition cameras. I can see what's going on. This is very telltale. This is a rainbow trout chasing the lure. A Yozuri lure. It doesn't seem to want to hit the back of the lure. Maybe that treble hook is too big. It comes in underneath and hits the belly. Very instinctive for predatory fish to hit from below. It's exactly what it did. So we're into a rainbow trout. However, I have to believe that this is a steelhead or a small steelhead, young steelhead trout. It just doesn't have the very distinct green and black on its back and the pink and red through its side. I believe that this is going to mature into a steelhead trout. I still have difficulty sometimes between age, season, and the sex of the fish. It can be difficult to identify. Beautiful underwater shot. This magnificent fish. This guy's a little one. The rainbow trout species of salmonid is native to cold water tributaries of the Pacific Ocean in Asia and North America. The steelhead is a sea-run form of the coastal rainbow trout that usually returns to fresh water to spawn after living 2 or 3 years in the ocean. Freshwater forms that have been introduced into the Great Lakes and migrate into tributaries to spawn are also called steelhead. Adult fish are distinguished by a broad reddish stripe along the lateral line from gills to the tail, which is most vivid in breeding males. There's another rainbow trailing. decided that the lure was just a little too much for it. Here we have the carnivore of fresh water, northern pike. Quite the fish. Really good, strong game fish. They grow to be rather large. The most prehistoric of the fish that we'll encounter in northern lakes. They are typically ambush predators. They lie in wait for prey, holding perfectly still for long periods, and then exhibit remarkable acceleration as they strike. One last rainbow coming in to have a little look. Here's our setup back at camp. We use a lot of Woods gear, a very famous Canadian company, carried by Canadian Tire Corporation. Tents set up really nicely. I like having lots of room for gear. I like having my gear inside. Do not keep your food inside your tent. Beautiful sunset, red at night, sailor's delight. What Great Lake is the largest of the Great Lakes?
Well, you've heard the old saying that oil is the lifeblood of any engine. Well, it's especially true with these PWCs, these personal watercrafts. They have motorcycle engines in them, and as you get up in price range, you get higher performance motorcycle engines. And this 155 is no different. Oil is the lifeblood, and if you want to keep this thing running properly, you need to change the oil, you need to change the filter. Now, Sea-Doo comes out with this kit, and it has your oil and two oil changes and filters. It's under $100. I got this one at North Shore Sports here in town, but any of the Sea-Doos carry this. Now, this, you really want to get a Sea-Doo product for your Sea-Doo machine, and here's why. Not every oil is created equal. These oils have additives to them that take the high stresses in the small high horsepower motors, and they have anti-water additives to them. They are specially formulated for this machine in this environment. Highly recommend it. Spend a little bit more on it. It's not that much, but the results will be favorable. You'll be happy that you did in the end. Now, jet skis are a little bit of an odd bird, changing the oil, because there's really no oil pan on these that you can get access to and just drain the oil out of the bottom. It's a pumping situation where you either have to go down the oil stem or you go out of the oil reserve. Now, this machine right here is about 150 bucks. This one's a Mighty Vac, and I like this product. This is the one that I would recommend. It's never failed me. This is my second one, but only because the other one gets full and I just have two in the shop. So this one is a brand new one, a spare, and I would suggest getting one of these. You can get the smaller units. There are ones that have drills attached to your drill. So you run the drill and it runs a centrifugal pump inside and pumps the oil out. Those work pretty good too. This one is basically you pump, it applies a vacuum to the chamber, and you walk away, and in 10 minutes you come back and most of your oil is out. Pump it a few more times, come back. So it's really you set it up, let it run, and it's really a no fuss, no muss. Not only that, one of the nice things is that you can actually see the oil, the amount of oil that comes out of your motor. So you're really, all you have to do is just replace what was taken out of there, and you can pretty much hit the mark dead on every time. So it's really convenient. I love these guys. Those are good units.
We're back on St. Mary's River, fishing for some salmon and trout. Got something on the line, but it's so subtle I can't figure what it is. Well, I have a pretty good idea now. We'll see if he can figure it out. It's not a fish. Check it out right here. UFO. An unidentified flying object. Crazy seagull. Ring-billed seagull, less than 2 years old. Came down and hit my lure. Gulls are typically medium to large birds, usually gray or white, often with black markings on the head or wings. They typically have harsh wailing or squawking calls, stout, longish bills, and webbed feet. Most gulls, particularly this ring-billed species, are ground-nesting carnivores which take food or scavenge opportunistically. Live food often includes crabs and small fish. I'll better get some gloves on for this guy. Grabbing the lure. See if we can maybe just jiggle this. It's just caught on his beak. That didn't work at all. Alright. Well, we'll get the pliers and see if we can't grab one of the hooks. That didn't work either. I'll just grab them. Well, we got him now. Seems to be pretty calm. Well, look at that. He shook it himself. And he's unharmed. Not even a nick on him. Got beamed up to the mothership. He's got a story to tell all his buddies. Off he goes. No worse for wear. Watch that lift off in slow motion. Adios, amigos. Try not to poop on my head next time you see me. The hooks get covered in this stuff called sea snot. I'm not sure the technical words for it. And it pulls it to the surface where it allows predatory birds like the gulls to hit it. What was the largest wave ever recorded on Lake Superior? Welcome to our gear review. This is our camping edition. Most of the camping gear you see in today's video is from Woods, carried by Canadian Tire exclusively. Woods, very famous, reliable Canadian outdoor equipment supplier for many, many years. Gecko brand bags, dry bags, essential for PWC camping. Okuma high performance fishing gear. We Go power supplies. ICOM handheld radios, best in the business. Ram mounts, work with our Maverick bracket system. All Ram products with the spline work with our Maverick system. We're using Okuma fishing gear combined with Maverick products. The travel line of Okuma fishing rods are perfect for PWC fishing. Pack them away in the saddle catch bags, away from salt water, fresh water, and banging around in rough weather. Perfect. Thanks to our show sponsors. Much appreciate your support. Well, day 3 in Whiskey Bay. Let's head out to the fishing grounds. We're going to do, again, some shore fishing. Got a cormorant out there. Let's see what he's looking at. First customer of the day, rainbow trout. Oh, near miss. Fly by. Drive by looky-loo. Well, I didn't get a shot of this guy hitting the lures. We got 2 lures out and only 1 camera, so we missed out on that one. Good sized coho salmon. Just crushed that lure. And that is a crankbait with a large ounce weight. I had that lure down about 10 to 15 feet. Okuma reels work like clockwork every time. Reliable, never had a problem. We're not ready yet. This customer doesn't want to come in. Doesn't like the looks of the boat and probably me. It looks played out now. Here we go. Bring them right up onto the seat in between your knees so you have control of the net and the fish. See how this coho salmon rolls? Look at the line all wrapped around his head. You need yourself some good leader for that. Good solid leader. Their temperature preference is 52 to 56 degrees Fahrenheit, about 3 degrees warmer than that of Chinook salmon, and therefore they are usually found higher in the water column. Most coho favor the open water 10 to 15 kilometers from shore. Maverick fishing gear, bags. Ego S2 slider, my favorite net in the world. Beautifully made. The handle is a telescopic handle, rubberized net. Even has a little gauge inside the net to tell you how long the fish was. Maverick saddle bag, catch bag, holds all the fish that you'd ever want to catch. Insulated. That's heat sealed insulation, so it's waterproof. We've upgraded our bags to a UV resistant material. While we're wrapping up our trip to Agawa Bay area, taking one last look at the rocky coastline, using Scotty leashes, ram mounts, Okuma fishing gear, Ego nets, Maverick saddle catch bags. This is what you need to get set up for BWC fishing. Speed, reliability, it's as much fun getting there as it is fishing. Now with the cargo wave, even works better. I can go camping anywhere there's shoreline. Scotty leashes, these are great to have. They'll make sure that your rods stay on board, stay in the rod holders. They work really, really well. Scotty, they make great products. Beautiful school of coho salmon. Awesome to see. Counted 17 there. Wish we could have stayed longer. The fish were there. Granite veins on the shoreline rock structure. I would say that was pretty unique to the area. Coastline looks just like Nova Scotia coastline inland water, inland ocean. Even the trees are slightly dwarfed along the coastline from winds, foul weather. We were nicely protected in a beautiful cove, northern Ontario, all made possible by the cargo wave. This thing has changed what PWC, fishing, touring, camping is all about. It's really made it an experience, being able to get all of your gear, including your camping gear, to a spot like this. If you want us to do a show in your area, contact us at troy@maverickfishhunter.com, and we'll make arrangements to come in your area and check out the fishing. Next week on Maverick Fish Hunter, we'll be on the St. Mary's River fishing big trout, big salmon. Come join us. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome to our tour house, home of Italian cuisine. Very casual, relaxed, Italian-inspired decor here.
What are we going to make today?
Smoked shrimp pasta. We're going to do a rosé sauce, tomato, caper, green onion, some tarragon, white wine, cream, and yeah, let's get started.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
So just get some whole garlic. Doesn't have to be super fine or anything like that.
Nice. When you're purchasing local fish, does it come from the native bands here in the area, or does it come from a commercial fisherman?
So local fish? Yeah, I typically source it out from like a local native fisher.
A little green onion.
Green onion.
Tarragon.
Tarragon. What kind of dishes do you do here, Steve?
A lot of our fish dishes, well, we'll do a lot of seafood. And we'll also do a lot of, whole fish. Like, we got a lot of local and saltwater, depending.
This is part of our banquet area for our private events.
What are we adding here?
So a little salt, pepper, oregano.
Oregano, nice.
Any fish or seafood loves oregano. And a little vodka.
So the dish we're actually making is called
It would be a...
Steve Special.
No, this is actually a rather traditional sauce.
Is it?
A lot of the time you do smoked salmon, that's where you get it.
Oh, okay.
Smoked salmon and a vodka.
And this is
sauce.
local rainbow trout caught right here.
Really good one.
And this is
This is tomato sauce we make in-house.
very nice.
It's whole California tomato.
Some nice, is that whole cream?
Yeah, 35% cream.
35% whole cream, right? So we're talking very authentic here, very rustic, very authentic Mediterranean Italian cuisine.
Absolutely.
Is there any paperwork involved, any kind of paper trail involved with the fish
There
that
is.
you get?
It's all, I guess, licensed fishermen that drop it off. So yes, there is 100% paper trail for, well, we're forced to do it like that, essentially.
So I think we're just about ready to go here now that the sauce has come together. And grab a bowl.
Beautiful. And what kind of wine would you recommend with something like this?
Anything dry and white. You know, there's no real rules anymore when it comes to pairings.
What types of wines do you have here?
We have a large selection of reds and whites, largely from Italy, Argentina, and North American vineyards.
Beautiful.
The kitchen supply.
Yes, sir. Wow, looks great. My God.
Dig in.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
That good.
that's delicious.
we don't get sand. The only local fish we get is whitefish trout.
Pretty much whitefish.
That's it. Pickerel.
And pickerel
that's
sometimes.
Occasional. We had one purveyor that would bring in pickerel.
It's
Give me 1 second, I'm gonna
rail
need a
here would be
nice,
nice.
Want me to pretend I'm inside back here?
Yeah, sure.
That's not fat.
Okay, I'll be out here then.
Is that?
All right.